Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game Seminar. My name's Ethan from HylianBandicoots, and today I'm going to be hitting you with a top 5 list. Now, we know that Nintendo are working closely with DNA to bring mobile games to iOS and Android devices before the end of the year 2015. Now, we've already seen recently the announcement of Pokemon Go, which seems to be more of a Pokemon company project in cohorts with Niantic Labs, so that's not really got anything to do with Nintendo's independent mobile projects. But this got me wondering, we've not heard anything about what these games are going to be, whether they're going to be full games, which I highly doubt it, whether they're going to be these, unique mobile experiences, which I think that's what Nintendo are going to do. They're going to try to adapt to the platform rather than trying to make a full Mario or Zelda game for a mobile platform. And it's got me thinking, what are the best mobile games out there that would fit Nintendo IPs? So here's my top 5 list of mobile games that would work well with Nintendo IPs. Alright, coming in at number 5 is Mario and Rayman Fiesta Run or Rayman Jungle Run. Now, obviously I don't want Mario to, well, I do want it, but I don't mean Mario as in combining himself with Rayman to have some sort of Mario and Rayman game. What I mean by that is, I think Nintendo should do with the Mario series what Ubisoft did with Rayman. So Rayman Jungle Run and Rayman Fiesta Run are absolutely fucking amazing games. There's another one coming out as well later this year. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Rayman Heroes or something like that. But basically what they do is they turned Rayman platforming from Origins and Legends that we all love into this great mobile experience that doesn't make you have to use the controls on the touchscreen. All you do is touch one side of the screen to jump, touch the other side of the screen to hover, and it's like Rayman runs automatically. There's loads of levels. It's really addictive. I've 100% beat all of the levels on both the games. Amazing game, and I think that's what Mario could do. You could have, especially with if you got the new Super Mario Brothers art style, you could have something where Mario's running by himself and you can just do triple jumps and wall jumping and shit like that, and it would make for a really fun game, maybe a speedrunning style Mario side scroller where all you need to do is just tap once to jump, and it works really well because it feels exactly how the console version of Rayman feels. So Nintendo doing that would be an awesome combination, and obviously no one really wants to see a full Mario game, so this is how you could get the closest possible thing on your mobile, and it works really well. So that's number 5. Alright, number 4 is going to be Donkey Kong and Crossy Road or Pacman 256. Basically, you take a look at what's the name of the thing? Hipster Whale is the name of the company that made Crossy Road, and essentially what they did is they turned everyone's favorite arcade, one of everyone's favorite arcade games, Frogger, into an endless scroller with voxel art style that was really accessible and pleasuring to the eyes. And then they've had a whole host of characters that you can unlock, and it's just a really addicting game to play. It's also free, but you can obviously buy stuff within the game, which is how they make money. But yeah, just unlocking all the characters is amazing, and I think if you look at what they've done recently as well, Hipster Whale teamed up with Namco to make Pacman 256, which is an endless Pac-Man game, which is really good, really good. It uses the same voxel style that Crossy Road uses, and I think Nintendo could possibly pair up with Hipster Whale to make an endless Donkey Kong game where you're Jumpman, obviously Mario, going up endless ladders to reach Donkey Kong. You never will because it's endless, but if they use that same voxel style to have the retro appeal, and also what would be awesome about this pairing as well is one of the great things about Crossy Road that makes me keep playing it is the updates with loads of characters. There's over 100 different characters to play as. Nintendo already have an amazing lineup of characters. You could just have them all unlockable in voxel form, and then have all those characters playable in an endless Donkey Kong game, and that would just be top in the App Store. Because Crossy Road was top of the App Store for the longest time, Pacman 256 did really well in the charts as well. If they did this with the Donkey Kong, it would just be, it seems like the perfect thing to do. Like, it's a really smart idea. So, if I do say so myself, it's my idea. But come on, let's have that. Let's have that. Now I want that game. Alright, number 3 is Zelda and Monument Valley. Now, Monument Valley is one of the best mobile games out there. I'm not sure about the Android situation in this list, by the way, because I have an iPhone 5, so all I'm going off is the iOS versions of games. But Monument Valley is one of the best games on iOS. It's really good visual style, like it looks amazing. Um, it's a very short game. I know they've added DLC recently for 99p or something like that. But it's just an amazing, amazing game, and you basically got these little puzzles on your screen, and you have to manipulate them and move the character across, and just solve the puzzle. And it's just great fun to do, really satisfying and clever how the puzzles unfold. And I think obviously with Zelda, with Zelda games, you've got story and quests, overworld, buying RPG like elements where you're upgrading your equipment and finding stuff like that. But for the pure dungeon experience on mobile, I think it would be amazing if you could have, in the art style of Monument Valley, just Link on the screen, and you've got these, one-off Captain Toad treasure tracker style levels, like little dungeons on the screen. And that was an idea. I thought I was gonna put Captain Toad treasure tracker with this, but I think it would work really well with Zelda, going by the art style of what Monument Valley uses. Just basically independent little dungeons, and you've got to solve the puzzles. Like, how cool would that be? And I think it would sell really well, obviously because of Zelda's name. And yeah, it's just a great pairing. I mean, Zelda's one of my favorite franchises, and Monument Valley is one of my favorite games on iOS. So, like, I just want that. Number 2 is another Zelda pairing. I know it's a bit unfair that I'm giving Zelda both ones, but I think it would work really well with this game as well, and that's Device 6. Now, Device 6 is one of the most unique games I've ever played in my life. There's nothing like it, and that's because it's practically a fucking book. But it's basically an interactive puzzle game where you're reading this sort of novel, exploring this island, trying to figure out the different puzzles and trying to solve them. There's pictures and music and stuff. It's really, really weirdly immersive. Like where you can hear yourself walking down corridors as you're reading that you're walking down it, and it's an absolutely fantastic game. So I can't recommend it enough if you haven't played that. And it's really clever the way you solve the puzzles. But I think this would be a really awesome twist with Zelda, because obviously Zelda has all been visual, is all visual in the video game series. You're seeing the puzzles and you're using, your brain and your eyes and whatever to solve them. Like, how good would it be if the dungeons were being described to you through words? Like, I just think it would be a really awesome twist on the Zelda series, to have like this unique style of interactive book where you're going through and solving the puzzles rather than you're controlling Link and walking around. I just think it would be a really great twist, and I love Device 6. It's probably my favorite iOS game, so it would really work. Well, I don't know if it would work well with the Zelda series, but I think it would be a really unique game. And obviously that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for direct translations to mobile. Nintendo are doing independent. Like, Nintendo want to do things that are going to suit the platform. And that's what we're hoping for, and that's what we're going to get. So I think Device 6 would be really cool. Alright, number 1 is Pikmin and Clash of Clans. Holy shit, this is the best thing ever. Like, I thought of this idea, and this is basically why I made the whole list. Like, I thought of what if there was a Pikmin style, Clash of Clans style game that Nintendo made, and I was like, holy shit, that's an amazing idea. I should do a top 5. I thought of this a while back, and ever since then I've just been thinking of different combinations just to make the top 5 list, because this is the first one I thought of. But if you look at Clash of Clans, like, I'm a big fan of Clash of Clans. It's a great game. I know a lot of people don't like it because of the in-app purchases and stuff, and it's really, really difficult to make progress if you're not paying any money, which I don't. And to be fair, I am getting bored of it lately. I've not played it in a while, but if you look at that game, it is a great game, and if you look at it, everything in it would fit Pikmin. Like, all the different types of troop. You can have like up to, like, say at the minute I can have 200 troops in my army camp at the minute. Say your town hall in Clash of Clans is your crashed SS Dolphin. You obviously like play as Olimar or Alf or whoever you want, whichever Hocketation being you want to be. Um, and then you sort of allocate your Pikmin to your army camps and stuff like that. So say I can train up to 200 troops. You can have red Pikmin cost a one troop, and then like as you level up and unlock different classes of troop, they would be the different types of Pikmin. So you could have rock Pikmin, flying Pikmin, white Pikmin, purple Pikmin, all the different types. And I just think it would work really well. You could upgrade your walls, and the single player campaign where you're fighting the goblins could be different creatures from the game like Bulbobs and stuff like that. You could send off your Pikmin to do different missions for you. I just think it would be a really good game, good mix, because in Pikmin you assign the Pikmin to do different tasks for you, and you could do it in this game. So yeah, so that's my top 5 list. Let me know what you think of my combinations there, and let me know what your combination would be, what IP and game you think would work well together. And thanks very much for watching. Let me know as well what games you want to see, what you want to see Nintendo do for mobile. And thanks very much for watching. See you next time.